Okay, number 11 says the plumber's pay, P, varies directly as the hours worked, H. If the plumber's pay was $504, when the hours worked was 8, what would be the pay if the hours worked were 12? Okay, so we're comparing. When it says varies directly, we're comparing, right? So we have P compared to H. Plumber's pay was $504 when he worked 8 hours. What would his pay be if he works 12 hours? So, of course, we can cross multiply and solve for the variable P, or we could just put this in, comma P into nsolve and come up with our answer. So I've already done that. So my P comes out to be $756. Okay, number 12 says if x negative 4 is a solution to the equation 2x minus 4y equals 24, what is the value of x? So we are trying to find x. They've given me y right here, so all I have to do is replace my y with the number negative 4 and then solve for the x. So I have 2x plus 16 equals 24. And then if I were to subtract 16 from both sides, then that's going to leave me 2x equals 8. And then divide by 2. So my x is going to equal 4. And the last one on this page, number 13, it says, what is the rate of change of the function x equals 6? So rate of change just means slope. And so we have to look at this function, x equals 6. We have to remember, guys, that x equals 6 means this is a vertical line. So if I were to graph this, I'd go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the x-axis. This is my x-axis. So I'd go to 6, and then I would draw a vertical line. That's what that's going to look like. This is my y. So if it's a vertical line, remember our slope man. We draw his face. This is a positive slope. This is a negative slope. This is an undefined slope. And this is a slope of 0. So it is a vertical line, so it is an undefined slope. So my answer for 13 is going to be D. Okay, on number 14, I'm not quite sure what all happened right here, but this part does not go with this question. And as you can see, we only have half of our answer choices. So we are just going to cross through 14 and just not worry about it. And move on to the next one. So let me make this a little smaller. There, so I can get it all in there. Okay, so number 15 says, the graph is shown below. Which of the following equations are represented by the graph? So I need to see which one of these, which one of these equations matches with this line. So I'm going to write the equation for this line because they didn't give that to me. My y-intercept is at -2, and then I'm going up 2 and over 3 to get to my next point from my y-intercept. So that means I went up 2 and over 3. That's my slope. So I have 2/3 x and then -2. So this is the equation for that line. So if I look, number 1, it says y equals 3/2 x minus 2. So my slope is upside down. So that's not it. Number 2, if I were to rearrange, let me do that right over here. I've got 2x minus 3y equals 6. So let's move the 2x over to the other side. That leaves a -3y equals -2x plus 6. Let's divide everything by -3. And that will leave me, negative divided by negative is a positive. And 6 divided by -3 is -2. So this is the answer for number 2, which is the same thing. So 2 works just fine. Number 3, if I were to multiply my 2 parentheses out, I'm going to end up with y equals x squared, and I'm going to stop right there because I know I don't have an x squared in my equation up here. So I know 3 is not going to be it. And so then if we look at number 4, again, let's rearrange it a little bit. We have y minus 2 equals 2/3 times x minus 6. So let's eliminate the parentheses. So I have 2/3 x minus 2 times 6 is 12, divided by 3 is 4. And then we will add 2 to both sides. And that will leave me 2/3 x. And then negative 4 plus 2 is a negative 2. Again, the very same that we got right here. So 4 is going to be it. So I'm looking for 2 and 4 for my answer choices. That looks like A is going to be the correct answer. Okay, number 16 says, a dentist made the scatter plot below to show the number of cavities her patients had as it relates to the number of times they flossed their teeth each week. So you can see the more number of times that the patient flossed, the fewer the cavities that they had. So if you were to look at this particular problem and just kind of eyeball these points, you can see that it's going down, so that definitely would be a negative correlation. So C is going to be the correct answer. Okay, number 17 says a family will travel 350 miles from their house in order to reach Dallas, Texas. Which inequality can be used to find all possible values of t, the time it will take this family to reach Dallas in hours, if they travel at an average speed of at least r miles per hour? Okay, so the one thing that we have to realize is that distance divided by speed will give me my time. All right, and so we know the distance that they're traveling, and that's going to be 350 miles. So we've got 350 miles divided by their speed, and the speed they told us was at least r miles per hour, so we're going to divide that by r. So, and then of course we have our t. So looking at all of our answer choices, the only one that would remotely look like this would be h, where we have 350 divided by the r. So H is going to be our correct answer. Okay, and the last one is talking about a baker is packing 18 boxes to sell in his bakery. Some of the boxes will contain cookies and some will contain donuts. There will be 24 cookies in the cookie boxes and 12 donuts in the donut boxes. He will package a total of 276 baked items. Which system of equations could be used to determine C, the number of boxes containing cookies, and D, the number of boxes containing donuts? Okay, so we know that C is going to be the number of boxes of cookies. D would be the number of boxes of donuts. So the number of boxes of cookies plus the number of boxes of donuts will equal the total number of boxes he's going to have, which they told us at the beginning, it's going to be 18 boxes. So we are at least looking for that. So we have C plus D equals 18. That could be it. C plus D equals 276. No. C minus D equals 18. No. C plus D equals 18. Yes. So it's either A or D. And then the remaining problem says there will be 24 cookies in the cookie box and 12 donuts in the donut box. So 24 cookies, so that means 24 times the number of boxes of cookies, plus 12 donuts times the number of boxes of donuts is going to equal a grand total of 276 items. So on A we have 24D plus 12C. Well, that's backwards from this, so A is not it. D, we have 24C plus 12D equals 276. That would be the correct one.